Hello Seekers, welcome to your Guided Illuminations. This is a timeless reading as I believe that time is fluid and you will receive these messages when you are meant to. Also, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates for you and leave the rest. I'm just going to take a moment and open space before we begin. Welcome divine spirits, guides, and angels. I ask and I thank you for your guidance and protection. I ask that this reading illuminate your path to your greatest soul growth. May it bring you healing, blessings, inspiration, and guidance. I ask for my ego to step aside and allow my highest self to be a clear channel to receive these messages in the love and light for which they are intended to help all seekers remain on their highest spiritual paths. We thank you so much for these beautiful messages. Your presence truly is a blessing and always welcome here. We thank you so much, Divine. And for you, Seekers, is it still puffing away? It is. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there it goes. For you. Okay. Hello, Seekers. Let's get right into the reading by pulling a card from the Chakra Energy Oracle deck and see what Spirit would like to open with today. It's been a couple weeks since I've posted a video. I apologize for that. It was just the hectic going-ons of the holiday season. And actually, I had these cards still set up on my desk from the last time I did a reading. And I was getting ready to switch them out and consult with Spirit, see what decks they wanted to use for today's reading. And they actually asked me to leave these decks and reminded me that look, as I'm talking about them, reminded me that the last time I did a reading, I did not use the two additional final message decks that they had asked me to use. So we'll be using the same decks. See what comes through. Okay, is this the one you want? Yes. We have Determination, card number 16. That's a great energy to have coming into the new year, determination. And this is coming out of the solar plexus chakra. So I'm going to light the coinciding solar plexus candle to help us receive this energy of determination. And your solar plexus chakra, this is your powerhouse. That's where your inner power comes from. So let's pull another oracle card and see if we can dig a little deeper as to what the seekers are determined to do. And how fitting too, because most of us, we go into the new year with things we're determined to accomplish or change, things to, is that the one you want? No. Where was I? Oh, areas we'd like to work on and such. New Year's resolutions, right? So Spirit bringing in determination to help get us to those places that we desire. So that's pretty beautiful. We receive that. And we have wisdom. All right. So we have the crone with the owl energy coming in, bringing in this wisdom, and they're giving me the serenity prayer with this determination and wisdom. It's feeling very reminiscent of that, Oops. For those of you who don't know it, it goes, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So that's sort of the energy. Gosh, I'm like banging into the camera. I'm so sorry, guys. Never claimed that I was known for my grace, but so yeah, that's the energy coming through today. So let's pull another oracle card to gain some more insight before we get into our tarot. Spirit, what other energy would you like to add to this determination and wisdom? And whatever it is that you are determined to do coming into this new year, you're going to have the know-how to make it happen. Or if you don't have the know-how yet, you're going to be guided to ways to gain that wisdom. Spirit is going to bring that in for you. So, and I'm looking at this, I believe those are salmon, right? That swim up the stream of the river here, they are determined to get to the top, and they do. So their determination pays off, and that's what's coming through for you as well, seekers. And they're also giving me, for some of you, it's saying pick your battles. I don't know, they're giving me that, so I'm going to put it out there. Having the wisdom to know what's worth your determination and what is not worth your determination. Okay. And we have choice. All right. Put that there. And this is just a reminder that we have choices in life. There's always a choice. Okay. You can choose to continue how you're going. You can choose to change something in your cycle, in your path that veers you in another direction, or maybe, you know, forward in the direction you're already going. And I just want to touch back on what I was just saying before about choose your battles, because I feel like this is also solidifying that message, saying, you know, not every fight needs to be fought. And the wisdom to know the difference is coming through here. So let's pull some tarot and see if we can get a little deeper into what these choices that we're determined to make and the wisdom to make them coming in here. What do we have? Patience and planning. Okay. Divine timing. This is that determination. You have been patient. You've been planning. You've been putting all your ducks in a row, if you will. And I'm seeing these pillars, and actually, oops, it's coming out under wisdom, and it feels very, what's the right word I want for that? Like, what I'm trying to say is this card feels like you're gaining that wisdom. Like, that's what that looks like to me. It's coming down these, you know, rings of light from the divine, from the all-knowing. You have these stars, these meteors, the earth energy down here. It just feels like enlightenment, knowledge, divine timing, having that patience. And having a plan, because it's good to have a plan. Then you know what your choices are, you know what you're determined to do. And perhaps for some of you seekers, that's what this wisdom that's coming in is part of that planning process, and understanding that sometimes you just have to be patient and let things unfold in their own time. That's not an easy thing to do, I realize. Okay. And we have accelerated motion. All right. And again, let me just put this down for a moment. We have 7, 8, which is a progression. And you see all these meteors and stars. There's a lot going on cosmically, energetically from source. And we see that here. And it's coming in after having patience. So this is a time of accelerated motion that we're stepping into with the new year. For some of you, you're making this choice to put in that determination. You've been patient, you've been planning, and now you feel like, okay, it's time to crack the egg and make the omelet. Oh, that's kind of a good little analogy there. Okay. And we have stand your ground. Okay, and this is just saying, and actually look at this before I get into that. We have the first card that came out, determination, card number 16, which would reduce to a 7. And then we have a 7 flanking the 8 on each side here. So that's 3 7s in this reading. Okay. So that's 7's lucky number. I think of 3 7s. That's like jackpot, right? So that's a great sign. And it's also number synchronicities. And standing your ground, this is just simply telling you, like, there's that determination. Once you make this choice and really put forth the effort, there's no stopping you, is what this is saying. You've put in your time. You've been patient. You've been having a plan, even if it's just something that you kind of mull around in your head in your own time. You have that. And now is your time. And it's going to come in quickly. You might not even expect it. As much as you've been planning it, for some of you, I do feel like it's been like, okay, well, I've been in this place of planning for so long that that's all I know. That's changing, seekers. Oh, wow. Your underlying energy is the Empress. Fertility. This, and I don't normally take the next card down, but look what it is. Foundation and achievement. So yeah, here's your achievements coming through. But with this Empress energy coming in, she's giving life to your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, whatever choices you're making. She's also bringing in this wisdom. She's the divine mother. She is the embodiment of all four queens and all their personalities. She's the mother of the tarot. And she's definitely that crone energy, that wisdom. She's wise. She's an old soul. She's learned lots of lessons and knows how to implement them to bring her forth what she desires. Wow, seekers, this is amazing energy to be going into the new year with. That's exciting. Okay, so they're really like, do the advice cards. Don't forget the advice cards. So before we get into our charms and letters, let's pull a divine feather message and see what message is coming through. And as I'm shuffling, I'm looking at the cards in front of me, and we have owls here and a white dove there. So we've got spirit energy coming through there. Okay. Here's your feather. And it's the dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. There's that patience, that peace, that patience. Being at peace with making your decision and standing your ground. So I'm actually going to put the dove with that patience, that divine timing. And they also wanted me to pull a card from the Mindful Messages deck. So let's see what message, what would they like us to be mindful of, Spirit? What mindful message do you have for the seekers today? The energy of this reading is really, really just powerful and uplifting. Like, it feels very empowering. You know, you have these choices. You're standing your ground. It's moving forward. Like, this is exciting energy, seekers. There it is. Okay. And we got, it's not personal. People's reactions or opinions of me are really not about me at all. People tend to project their own insecurities or fears onto one another. So when someone speaks unkindly to me, I'll remember they have something going on that has nothing to do with me. And again, they're drawing my awareness back to what we talked about earlier with this knowing when to choose your battles. For some of you, I feel like that's what this is saying is, just because somebody's, you know, coming around kind of looking for a fight, there may be a reason. And actually, I'm going to put that on stand your ground, because that's kind of what that feels like to me as well, is not giving into that fight. Understanding that there may be layers there, and take that into consideration, and it's not worth giving your energy to. So there you have it. And besides that, you don't need to be wasting your time filling your space with that type of energy when you have these big changes coming in. You have a very powerful time of manifesting coming in for you. Stick to that. Don't let the other stuff get you down, get you in a rut, make you feel like you don't have that determination. Put your focus here. That's where your focus should go. Okay, so let's pull a few charms and see what's coming in here. Oh, wow. All right, let me take this one first because, hello. We have the owl, wisdom, affirming that, and the divine feather. Also a nod to that spiritual wisdom and guidance coming in, getting those downloads. We have brave. And you are brave enough to stand your ground and be determined to go after what you want. What do you desire, seekers? What brings you happiness? Where do you want to see yourself in a week, a month, 6 months, a year, long term? That's where that planning and patience comes in. Having that wisdom, making the choices now, like planting seeds. And we have this little, I believe it's a pine cone, and it makes me think of the pineal gland. That little gland behind your nose where it's like our psychic receptor, your third eye. There it is. There's that connection, okay? Coming through. And then we have double hearts, double the love. Okay. This I'm also getting with this double heart. I'm feeling like, again, jumping back to the topic of picking your battles. I feel like this is saying to give love, you know, like instead of giving the fight, give love, give reassurance, try to help lift people up instead of joining them in a lower energy is what I'm feeling for that. And then we have the key to success. And it's also, it might be hard to see, but it has this like little filigree heart up at the top. So this also feels like unlocking love for some of you with this double heart. Ooh. Could be soulmate energy, twin flame energy. So that's beautiful. And we receive that, definitely affirming and strengthening this message of being given the wisdom to make the choices, to be determined to bring forth your desires. So that's beautiful. So I'm going to pull some letters and see if we can get some final messages through some words here. I will be looking forward to seeing what words you find. If you want to leave those down in the comments below. Let me just get them all facing the right way here. Well, right away I see eye, like third eye, which, actually, let's see if third comes up, which is that pineal gland there, that connection to source. Can I do Trinity? Do I have another eye? Oh, I don't. That would have been a great word there, Trinity. Trinity, the Holy Trinity. I see sign. Look for the signs, the wisdom coming through, and also sing. That feels very much like, you know, sing your song, that stand your ground energy. Like if it is something that you feel passionately about, that resonates with you on a soul level, you owe nobody an explanation for that. You know what I mean? That's that standing your ground. You do have choices. And I understand sometimes that comes with strings attached, which actually, they literally just brought my focus back to the letters here to see that. There may be strings attached, such as, you know, maybe you were brought up in a religion that you no longer feel as drawn to, but you feel obligated, you feel like you would be upsetting or letting people down if you make the choice. But what this is really saying is stand your ground. As long as your choice is not like, oh, I'm going to go out and become, you know, a bank robber or a murderer or something horrible, then you have that free will. Be determined on your quest. Okay, so let's see, what else am I seeing down here? Oh, and I'm also seeing true, which feels like be true to yourself. Be true to what you feel inside of you. Yeah, and I'm actually going to leave it there because I love that final message. Be true, but make a choice and be determined, because when you do that, that divine timing, that divine source coming in here, it's going to give you all that wisdom that you need, that accelerated motion. And look, you have the Empress right underneath that. She's giving life to all of your desires. You just have to make the choice that you want to go for that and be relentless in your pursuit of what you desire. So I'm going to leave it there. And I do hope that something in this reading has resonated for you. If it did and you feel inclined, please like, share, subscribe down below, especially the likes, because then that helps to circulate this message for other seekers who may need to hear it. And I just would like to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. You truly mean the world to me, and I love you so much. And until next time, I'm sending you all lots of love, light, and illuminations to guide your way. Take care.